Welcome to How To Videos Limited. I'm doing another video in response to a subscriber's comments. And in this case, I am responding to Lamar's question. He said, with a credit score of 700, how much dollars do you think the bond companies would charge a new dealer? And this was in regards to a video that I put out that talked about the different dollar amounts for a bond to get a car dealer, whether it's retail or wholesale. So for a retail dealer's license, you have to have a $50,000 bond. For a wholesale dealer's license, you have to have a $10,000 bond unless you're going to be selling 25 or more vehicles with the wholesale dealer's license in a year. Then they're going to require you to have a $50,000 bond. But if you're not going to be selling 25 vehicles per year, you could get away with a $10,000 bond for the wholesale dealer license and then $50,000 for the retail dealer license. So how much are they going to charge you? I typically pay about $550 a year for my bond. I got my retail license back in 2019. I've stayed with the same agent over the years. So as a new dealer with, no established history, no connections, what I would recommend, so this is some suggestions that I would recommend, is you're going to want to get a quote from 3 different companies. I know Surety Bonds is one of the big ones out there. And then just check your local Yelp. A lot of times if you check your local Yelp and see if there's any folks within driving distance from where you live or where your dealership's going to be at, you can actually reach out to them and see what they're going to charge. But always get 3 quotes, and you're going to want to first ask to see if they're going to do a credit check. Most likely they are. And so you're going to ask if they're going to do a soft inquiry or a hard inquiry credit check. And you're going to want those 3 companies to do it within back to back so quick. You don't want them to do it like days later, because that doesn't look good for your credit when you're doing those background credit checks. So you're going to want them to do it within, half hour apart, hour apart. So have all of your paperwork ready, submit it, call each company and say, hey, I just submitted my paperwork. Let me know when you're going to run that credit check. And then as soon as they get back to you and say, okay, we just ran your credit check, this is the amount, make sure you call the next 2 companies and have them run those soft inquiry credit checks right away. And then you're going to field the 3 different quotes, see who gives you the honest quote first, and whoever gives you the best quote first, most likely that's the one you're going to want to give your business to. But don't be afraid to haggle. Most likely they're going to start off with a higher amount. When I first got my 3 quotes, actually, I got a little lazy. I only did 2 quotes, and both of them started off with a $750 for the quote. And then I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to still looking around. I think I can get a better deal. The next person, same thing, $750. I told them, you know what? I think I can get a better deal. I'm going to still call around. And then actually the first person that I got a quote with, he came back and called me a couple hours later and he said, you know what? I've had a chance to talk to a few other people. I was seeing what I can do for you, and I can get it down to $550, which is 1%. So I did. I went with him. I actually ended up telling that the second company, because they called me back as well and said, you know what? I just want to know if you want to go with this $750. And I said, nope, this is what I got. I even gave him the quote that I got from the first company and said, hey, this is what they're willing to pay me. And they said, well, then they actually told me straight up, you know what? That's a great deal. You should go with them. So I said, all right, obviously they don't want the business. So I definitely went with that first person. And I would definitely recommend, like I said, going to Yelp, finding some local places close to you so you can actually meet with them in their office. If they have a office location, you could sit down face to face, have that discussion. They might also do, car dealer insurance as well to cover your fleet of cars. So try to work out that negotiation. Hopefully that answers that question, but always get at least 2 to 3 quotes and look at paying hopefully around 1%. But I know right now we're at like an all-time high of inflation. Interest rates are up, gas prices up, house prices are up, everything's sky high right now. So it is definitely a more difficult time to be an entrepreneur, but hang in there. It's getting better. Hopefully interest rates, gas prices, all that gets better. But if you're a hustler and you know how to make money, this should not faze you. All right. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe. Till the next video. Take care.